Great.
All right, welcome back. This is the station Black Magick TV, and the show, we've named the show after 2 years. So now we'll be welcoming you to the first episode, but not really the first episode, but the first episode of Rebel Without a Clue. And for my first guest, probably one of the most clueless people I've ever met in my life. Gabriel Garcia is with us today. Gabriel, as some of you saw, has a To Bring About. He's a jiu-jitsu man.
Jiu-jitsu man.
He's a podcaster, a family man, motorcycle enthusiast.
Yep.
And works in machining.
I do. That was a great intro. I appreciate
welcome.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
All
and
right.
he has cosplaying as the evil Nazi doctor from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Hold on. And that's what I want to get corrected here, all right? From the last time you were on my podcast, I am not a Nazi.
No,
okay?
I don't think you're a Nazi.
Okay. These were supposed to be either Ben Franks or Dr. Octavius would have been a better reference.
Yeah.
Also, when I do the Elon heart out to you guys, I make sure that I keep the hand at a nice 90-degree
Yeah, I just
angle.
don't do that.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, that's the best.
Oh, I thought that was the thing to do nowadays.
No, I don't think.
No.
I don't think.
I don't go full extension.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't throw it hard either. Like I just.
If you're gonna do it,
My
you have
heart
to. But if you do the
goes
fist,
out to you.
If he would have done it like that, right?
I guess.
Like that's
would've-
communist. That's
Okay.
neo-Nazi.
That's neo-Nazi.
Well, not just Nazi. I guess not really neo-Nazi.
But even if he like fully just extended it out, like as long as he kept the bald fist, he's good.
No,
right?
the commie salute, I don't remember if it was with the right or the left arm, but it was the same as the Nazi salute, but they just made a fist.
Oh, really?
The iron fist.
They do that in Rome too. I've seen a lot of people like putting up reels about like racism is coming back, and I think it's called a Roman salute. I don't know what the
Yeah, I
background
don't
is on
know.
that.
People-
but it is pretty aggressive, but
Yeah, a lot of people just want to complain.
that is true. That is true.
But what I know, because that's why this is Rebel Without a Clue, because I don't know.
Fantastic name, man. Fantastic name.
All right, well, let's dive into it here. Gabriel, did you grow up in the Kansas City area?
I did. Born in Kansas City, raised in Kansas City. Haven't been to too many places.
Missouri side.
Missouri side, yeah. Spent like half my life down a little neighborhood of the West Side. Then, well, not half, I guess. Now I'm 30-something years old. A certain portion of my youth moved up north into the Northland, past the river, I don't know, mid-elementary, and then spent the rest of my time up there.
Yeah, and you're still up north now, right?
Yep, still up north now, man. You know, still up north now.
What, now I know you're a big motorcycle rider.
Yeah.
Dig that. What got you into the bikes?
Dude, so my dad had a friend, his name was Felix. He had a motorcycle. I don't know what it was at the time, but when I was younger.
Hold on. Felix, does he live in the West Side?
He used to, Felix Cervantes. Yeah,
Different Felix.
they used to own the bread shop down on Central.
Okay.
There used to be a bread shop down there. I don't know if it's still there or not, but he used to tell me stories like he used to talk to my dad and like he had one. I think I've seen it one time, but the dude was just a badass. You know what I mean? Like one of those dudes, didn't give a fuck what you had to say, didn't care about your fucking feels, none of that shit. Like he lived his own life the way he wanted it. Not saying that was always the best, but I don't know. I just kind of admired that, man. I thought that was pretty neat, and just seeing his motorcycle, I was just like, damn, dude, that shit, it just looked dope, you know? And I don't have anybody like in my family that rides at all. And then when I got to the age, you know, to where I was making a little bit more money, I was like, dude, I got to get one. And I started riding. I'd rode some dirt bikes when I was younger, but I actually bought my first motorcycle back in like 2015, 16, I want to say.
What was your first bike?
Softail Slim.
Softail Slim,
Yeah,
brand new.
brand new off the fucking
Dude,
lot.
went and bought a
bro.
brand new Ripper. Huh?
Brand new, bro.
I've never owned a brand new
Really?
car or anything in my
Yeah.
entire life.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, I mean, you saw
I should have been smarter.
I have an
Probably bought
entire
something used.
I have a cavalry of vehicles out back,
Yeah.
but I don't think I've paid more than the most expensive one was $1,500 out of every car. I mean, I'm daily driving a $500 car right now.
Yeah, which are you making it to work every day?
Yeah, it's my red van. Thing rips.
And it just keeps going.
Somebody had it. I found it on a deal. They wanted a certain price, and I said, "Well, hey, boss, I can't give you that because this thing doesn't mechanically function." Took it
Right.
home, and it needed a plug.
Right.
It needed a fuel pump relay socket.
Oh, nice.
Changed that, and it's been running. But then I hit a deer with it and had to dump like $2,000 into it. So,
Oh, that sucks.
well, but now I got a van with low miles and a brand new transmission, and
Yeah.
it already had a new fuel pump. It's got a radiator, a new grill. I replaced the front bumper.
The only reason I bought a new motorcycle is because I've had my truck forever. That black truck out there.
Yeah.
I've had that truck since like, fuck, dude, 2012, I think.
Yeah.
And like when the motor went out on it 2-3 years ago, I just put a new motor in it. I was like, $5,000, $50,000.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't make sense to me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
And-
because a new Ford's going to rust out just as bad as that old
Bro,
one does.
And every fucking car just has issues and, recalls and all sorts of shit. Like I know that one like the back of my hand, and I had to change a majority of the shit on there. So I'm like, let me just stick with that, and then my money can go towards motorcycles.
Right.
You know?
And now, do you still have the same? No, you got rid of that.
Yeah, I got rid of that in 2018. I got a Street Glide, your basic black Street Glide.
But did you just go trade that one back
Yeah.
in and then get cool?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I traded in. I always wanted a touring bike, man. They're just dope, like the bags. I do miss not having a fairing. I will say that. Like that wind in your face, just kind of a lighter bike, to kind of just throw around. I do miss that, but I love my Street Glide too. There's a reason why so many people have them.
Right. Yeah, because they're comfortable. They're comfortable to
They're
ride.
comfortable, especially on Air Ride too. I've got Dirty Air Ride on them. Shout out to them. I think they're here in Casey.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went the opposite. I was like the total opposite. When I was a kid, we'd go to our family reunion down in southern Missouri, and there was one guy like on the opposite side of
A brand here.
Oh yeah, put your branding out there.
Yeah, I'll put it right there.
On the opposite side of our family, and Randy had this old panhead chopper.
Mm-hmm.
That was all molded frame, all black, had like a wassail tank on it. And it was a real panhead. When I was a kid, I didn't know until later what I was seeing. But this dude was the only dude that showed up to this like one-room schoolhouse / church in Brumley, Missouri. And I just distinctly remember him riding up on that bike with like some biker old lady on the back. But he was the only dude I ever saw at the family reunion with a drink, with like a beer. And he would be like drinking and smoking the whole time. And undoubtedly, he was just using it as an excuse to go to like Bagnell Dam or whatever for the weekend, probably. But I always remembered that. And then later on, I kind of like re-met him as a teenager when I was working at an auto parts store where I grew up at. And like, then he still had that. He had that bike until a few years ago.
Really?
And he switched it. All he did was took it out of that chopper frame and put the panhead into a regular frame.
Right.
And I had opportunity to buy that chopper frame and I should have done it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But
I just chopped a 1974 Kawasaki KZ 400.
oh, cool.
I ended up having to sell it
Yeah.
to some kid out here in Kansas. I'm going to shoot. I have a YouTube channel called Midmap Moto, and I do like motorcyclist vlogs. Basically.
Yeah.
And I told him I want to do a video on it when he gets it up and going. He has it like in his living room.
Yeah.
He's just like putting it together. I thought that was so dope.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it. I had my first
And he
bike.
likes cats, so I was like, that's dope too. He's got like cats walking on it and shit.
I started with like I bought an XS650 from somebody that was half built, worked on that, never finished it. And then down the road, I had like two cars. I had like this '66 Chevy truck that we had chopped the top on 6 inches that we were trying to get together. And I had this 51 Chevy business coupe again that we had chopped, section. We did all this crazy shit to it. And I just didn't have the funds to finish them. This was in my like early 20s, and I didn't have a place to keep them anymore. So these are $5 mic stands. Sorry. So I traded them to this guy. This guy had this Sportster chopper, this Ironhead chopper with a big old long Springer front end.
Oh, that's dope.
And he had it, and I was like, basically, we worked out a deal, and we just traded. I traded these 2 cars for that riding motorcycle. Never had ridden some dirt bikes again like you. Didn't know nothing about kickstarting a bike, nothing. And in the middle of winter, I rode this bike from the crossroads down to the bottoms to the shop that our car club had. And then after that, I mean, that next year, basically, I started working on that thing, got it right, and then for a long time, that was like my only.
That was your first bike?
That was my first bike. Was a full blown, like 24, 23.
Oh, okay, so we started riding around almost the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had already had old cars. I was always building cars, doing all that, and then I had that thing, but I rode that rigid frame. I put a narrow, like, more stock length regular style front end back on it, and I just ripped the city, dude. I had these like rabbit ears.
I love the rabbit ears.
It was a wild bike, and I rode that thing everywhere. And I remember my buddy Harold, he has a tattoo shop, but Harold was like detrimental to my riding because he had a chopper and he had a Harley. He had all this shit, but Harold was one of the few guys that was just like, he was down to ride whenever. So I lived in the bottoms. He would come downtown from Belton, and he would like, dude, he made me like, I'm terrified, right? And he's like, you got to ride right next to me because I don't know what you like. That's how you ride. Like, this is how I learned. That's how you ride. So he would put me on the outside of the lane, and he would ride on the inside of the lane where the cars were coming. But dude, he would like, if I wasn't going fast enough, he just would ride up next to me, put his foot on my pedal, and then just throttle out his bike and make me like, and make me go. Yeah. But it made me such a good rider to like then later on down the road, like if someone wouldn't ride side by side, then I couldn't ride with it. I didn't ride. I don't like riding in giant packs, and I didn't like riding. I couldn't ride, like, if you couldn't ride your motorcycle right next to me, then there was nothing I could do for you.
No, same, dude. Like when I was in a club, you really learn how to ride pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like, especially with those guys, because, you're like 12 deep. You're all side by side. You got to make sure someone doesn't fuck up and like take out the whole pack,
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you're riding next to each other like that, dude, especially on, and there's a lot of cars around, man, like you learn a lot of shit,
Oh, yeah. And then I got in some trouble, got locked up, sold this Ironhead. Then I got out and I had an old van. I had some other shit. And then I ended up trying to build my credit. I had a truck, and then I went and I bought a FXR.
Oh, nice. Those are popular.
Worth had one they took in used, so I got a really good deal on it. And I had this 93 FXR, and this guy, Don Street, had built the motor on it. A buddy's uncle, it ended up being his old bike. He had just traded it in. So I had all this history on it, but I loved that FXR.
Is that the one with like a lot of dudes were putting like the little shield on the front?
Oh, yeah. I had a quarter fairing on it.
Did you go full Sons of Anarchy?
Like, no. I didn't. No? I never painted. Coincidentally, like I had all these like other parts, like the Nest side covers and shit I put on it, and I had mid controls. I had all the like the little trick stuff. I had like the taller shocks in the back. I had a full I had a dual disc 39 front end that had the dampeners. It was the sport front end.
Right.
But I rode the shit out of that thing, and I loved it.
It was a good bike.
It's a great bike. And I hurt my back again, and I couldn't work, and I was just like, let me get out of this alone. So I sold it to somebody else for like what I owed, you know what I mean? But it accomplished what I needed to accomplish. But I also had a chopper too, because I built a chopper because I was buying and selling Harley parts. So I had this crazy like full. It's pretty much show bike. I didn't expect to build that, but I did.
Right.
But once I got that chopper, it had an Evo motor on it, 80-inch Evo out of my buddy's FXR. I got his stock motor, and dude, that chopper I never did anything to it. I put it together one time, and then I think I changed the oil once on it. Like
How was it riding on a hardtail every day?
Oh, I mean, well, I have a fucked up back, and I don't ride motorcycles anymore because of it. But
yeah, because that's my thing. Like, I never got that KZ up and going. Like, I rode it once. I think we started and rode it once, but I didn't have the hardtail on it at the time. But I've rode a buddy of mine. He had like a Sportster that was hardtailed. And yeah, dude, like the potholes in Kansas City.
Oh yeah,
fuck.
You have to learn how to really ride one.
Yeah,
because you'll bust a wheel, you'll bust everything. Dude. The bolts, like Jerry hit me up the other day. He's like, yeah, my bike was being weird, and then I realized my sprocket was coming off. I was like, yeah, you have to tighten every bolt on your motorcycle like every other week just to make sure. I put it together with red Loctite, dude.
Oh shit!
But it's rigid. There's no. There's no rubber in the motor mounts. There's no rubber in anything. So like the chassis, everything is just solid. So it just vibrates and it just shakes shit loose. I mean, a regular motorcycle will do that, and then it's just 10 times worse on a hardtail.
Oh, dude, my axle on the front wheel, like I was riding one day and I was getting like a crazy death wobble at like 90 or 80, and I was like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like it didn't make any sense, you know? And so I rode it to work one day, and I don't know if I was just being lazy or an idiot, probably both. And some guy comes out on break, and he goes, dude, look at the nut on your axle. And it's like hanging onto like 3 threads.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, there it is right there. I don't know why the fuck I didn't even notice that. And I ended up tightening it back up and torquing it down. But like, just, dude, oh my God. Could you imagine if that would have came loose?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. You'd be
like at 80 miles an hour. Fuck,
yeah,
dude.
That's not good.
Yeah,
I've crashed a couple of times on motorcycles.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, the Sportster
I haven't crashed,
down.
man. I've laid it down like doing dumb shit, like burning out drunk and like trying to ride on gravel and shit, like leaving a bar and fucking set it down. Like, but I've never like full on crashed. I went off the highway one time. I did do that. I went off into the median.
Yeah.
Got back on.
I went down in the bottoms going over the Cesar Chavez where it goes down by Kemper.
Oh, yeah.
I was going up from the Kansas side to go back down to the bottoms where I lived, and I got stuck in the bridge groove because I had like a super narrow front wheel, the narrow 21 and a narrow rear wheel, and I got stuck, and it just basically like whipped me down.
Really?
And then I was just sliding with my bike, like flip-flopping back and forth. And
if you see my lips shaking, it's cold as fuck in this basement right now.
It's not cold.
I'm like sitting here chattering and
Tough
shit.
guy jujitsu, dude.
No, bro. Hey,
I'm freezing.
Dude, that's the misconception, bro. I'm not a tough guy, dude. I'm drinking Starbucks right now. Fucking with
I've got the
with
roastery,
my cute
dude.
white Converses
I support
on.
real coffee shops. This is from the roastery, not corporate owned.
Hey, I've been there. They're cool.
You're out here drinking corporate coffee, dude.
Hey, dude, my bad.
What is in that glass? That's not even coffee.
Yeah, it's probably like just straight sugar.
No, what is it?
It's what is it? A brown sugar shaken espresso, but hot.
Wow, I don't even know what that is.
Extra shot of espresso to get me going.
Dear Lord, this guy's gonna have a fucking.
And I had pre-workout already this morning when I worked out.
Oh my God, dude!
I'm just fucking.
This guy's jacked.
Fucking redline that shit, bro. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I can do the 1 coffee a day. That's all my heart can handle anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Those are rookie numbers, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta pump that shit up.
Yeah, I've already done it all, dude.
Yeah, that's true. We did talk about that last time. You
Fuel,
had a very interesting life.
7 energy drinks, methamphetamines.
Beautiful
Talk to me when you wake up snorting Adderalls.
No, I'm good. Hey, I've had my drug days, man. You know, I don't know about Adderall, but you know, meth was definitely around, and coke, and
oh yeah,
that's about it. That was a popular drug of choice when I was around, but no more of that shit, bro. I can't do the next day withdrawal shit. No. No, I'll pass.
That's why I just never stopped.
You just kept going.
Yeah.
I wasn't that guy, dude. I was not that guy, bro. I just couldn't do it. You know?
Yeah.
Couldn't take myself to do it. It was just, yeah.
No, I only could do it so
Thank
long.
God I didn't.
I have friends that still like some of my friends are just like, I don't know how you guys are still living like this.
I know.
It's amazing to me that some of them are alive. I'm just like, dude, how are you alive? Dude?
Shit.
Like,
The ones I know are barely alive or in jail.
yeah.
It's kind of the only outcome. I mean, like out of that whole thing, But I don't know. Some people have more addictive personalities. Like I told you last time, cigarettes. Yeah, dude, cigarettes were fucking hard. I still smoke cigarette from time to time. Like, it's nice with a beer.
Yeah.
And then, But yeah, cigarettes was probably the hard one for me to kick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the same. I just do other shit now. Like,
you got to fill the void.
Get way too into like making podcasts or whatever else it is. That's my addiction now.
Well, that's the thing, dude. You got to fill the void. Like you can't. I'm not a believer in you can just go cold turkey. I don't.
No, you have to have something. You have to reinforce it with something positive. I think is like the real key.
Yeah.
But then you got to be careful because all positive things can become a bad thing if you let them.
How so?
Well, because if you start neglecting other things to do the positive thing, is it still a positive thing?
Yeah, I fight with that sometimes with all the shit I do.
Yeah. Oh, you tell them. That's why I haven't done this in a while, because I was like, I got to like get the shop built and get the print shop going, and then I can go back to like figuring this out and like doing it all in moderation.
Yeah, I have a hard time with moderation. Like I'm good at it in some stuff, but then some things I just like, whoop, I dive in the deep end, bro.
Oh yeah, like when I leave here, like I'm totally guilty of working too much, but I'll like after we do this, I have to go to the shop and like keep printing these posters I've been printing.
Yeah, how's that going?
Good, it's going good. We're figuring things out, and we're getting.
You guys got dope merch.
We're trying to get some more going. We're getting more and more jobs. People are.
Do you got Black Magic gear?
Nope. I've still never made any yet.
Bro, come on. I'll buy a shirt.
I'm
rocking fucking Michael Reisinger shirt right now.
The Kansas City Business Cast. Yeah. No, I'm gonna make some soon. I got those. My buddies are Anson and Matt have joined the squad here, and we're gonna start making more stuff and making it to where the channel stays active and we can keep it going without just solely relying on me, because it's like very hard now to do that. Like, but it'll be nice because Anson is really good at editing and he likes to create things. So now sometimes I'll be able to just go do some filming and like give it to him, and it'll be like not as fast maybe, but the quality will be better, and it'll just be down the road, I'm gonna turn Matt loose on like the Opus thing for the clips and let him play with that, and like he might have a little more time to like figure out the editing process in the clip and everything that I haven't been able to dive into yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've always just gone like, you just gotta have put it out there, and then you figure it out and keep making it better as you go along. You know what I mean?
Going into the other topic we were talking about with choppers, this just came to mind. You said you started riding choppers first before motorcycles? Like before an actual, just like a stock basic motorcycle?
Yeah, the only bike I've ever had with suspension on it was that FXR.
Okay.
Other than that, I've only had rigid framed bikes.
Yeah, see, I didn't get into choppers. I thought they were dope, but I don't think I got into them like full on and actually went and bought an old KZ 400 and chopped it and shit. Until I started watching like Lane Split Boulevard. You ever seen those guys, the Asian dudes on YouTube?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was dope, man. The shit they would do in those garages, bro. And their garages are immaculate, bro. It's just a basic ass garage, but it looks like a shop, bro.
Yeah.
Like a whole like entire shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I started getting into their content, and they were just doing just awesome stuff, dude. Like the coolest builds. Dude that runs the channel has like, he's done like 6 different choppers. He names them all like barbecue, and I don't even know what all the names were for him, but it was just neat, dude, to see like he would basically vlog what he would do like work wise on it, and kind of showing you what he's doing and stuff like that, teaching you that you can do this shit in your garage. All you need is like a little welder and fucking some hand tools, and you can do all this shit. And then he would go and he'd like ride with his buddies, and they'd go ride through like these big ass fucking redwood forests and shit and camp out and stuff like that. I was like, bro, that shit is so dope, dude. Just to go out and just, but California also is pretty dope because you can be like in the city and then be in, the redwood forest within like 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have like a cool
Yeah,
location.
but you can do
where
that here.
Forest wise, I don't think we have forests like that. I guess like down south, heading towards,
Yeah, but you
towards the
can go
Ozarks.
from like being here to like the Flint Hills or like
True.
the open
Yeah.
prairie. Like there's plenty. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah,
California
that's true.
sucks. Dude, you ever been there?
Yeah, I went there once.
Sucks, dude. I was so stoked to go there.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there my whole life, and then when I got there, I was like, man, this place sucks, dude. Everybody sucks. Like, there's this perception that California has this crazy car scene and that there's hot rods and all this shit. And like none of that's true. It's the same scene that it is everywhere. Like,
Oh, for sure.
Undoubtedly, there's cooler bikes and cars in the Midwest than there is on the coast. Like, that's how I feel. And when you find out the history about it, you realize that, like, a lot of that shit was started here. Like, there's like,
Didn't the chopper scene kind of start here? I feel like.
yeah, a big part of it did
Yeah.
in the Midwest. Yeah, with Jim Green had Wild Childs, and then the El Forasteros
Yeah,
were
who was
up in
the-
Iowa, and then moved down here.
Who was that
David
guy?
Mann is from here, the
David
artist.
Mann, yeah, and then who was the fucking Forestero guy?
Tom Fugel.
Tom Fugel, yeah,
Yes. Yep.
yeah. He's a big.
And he was in Sioux
around.
City.
Uh-huh.
Like, hot take, also just like a raging maniac. Like, it was like really weird that guy, like the weird prominent. I've already told you about all that. Like, I have friends that are in the club and stuff and in clubs, but like some of it I don't understand the logic behind some of the things they do.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not for me to understand. But it's Tom was a weird dude. I met him like years and years ago. We went to a Dice magazine release party at Kung Fu Taco up in Des Moines.
I'm a big fan of that magazine. They got a dope magazine.
Yeah, but this was like, dude, this is like issue like 12 or some shit.
Really?
Like really early
What are they
on.
on now?
They I don't even know. I in the 30s or 40s, I think.
Really?
But like, it was super cool. Met a bunch of people. I'm still like, I met Michael Geltz that way, and Michael already knew some people in Kansas City. That's Flying Weasel. And then I met Zach from Heavy Clothing. That's how Zach and I became buddies, and we're still friends. And then I know Jeff that owns Kung Fu. I met him through my buddy Eric.
Yeah.
And Jeff has that FTW company, that clothing company, and Jeff's an artist and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Dice rips. It's a cool magazine.
Yeah.
And then now, like, my buddy has like, I still like and I really dig those like small print, like weird kind of artsy automotive magazines. My buddy Matt has Rolling Heavy magazine, and sometimes I'll take photos of vans for him to put in there. And
What's that original magazine called that everyone used to?
Easy Rider.
Easy Rider.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy Rider's still around.
Are they still around?
Yeah, they kind of went weird and like changed, and like now I just read a thing where they're going back to like the original Paisano Publications is taking it back over, and they're gonna go to like 6 issues a year or something like that and make
Really?
it more boutique like. And they're bringing back like the nudity because they took like all the tits out of it,
Well,
you know?
Yeah, that's whack.
Yeah.
Why would you even take that out?
Because then they could sell it in Walmart.
Oh. Well, who the fuck?
But
Who's buying an Easy Rider at Walmart?
I don't know. You know what I mean?
They used to sell Lowrider at Walmart.
Yeah.
At one point.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah, when
sold
I was
everything. They
younger.
used to sell Easy Rider at their grocery store, and it
Yeah.
had to remember they had the plastic sleeve. If the magazine had nudity, they would sell porno mags at the grocery store, but it would have to have that weird sleeve that covered everything up except for the
yeah.
title, Playboy, whatever.
Bring that back. Bring
Yeah,
the sleeve
bring the
back.
sleeve
Yeah,
back. But
yeah.
now in the modern age, it's like, you know, everybody has to stand on like some ultra. They're either all the way this way or all the way this way, and they can't ever just like.
I mean, dude, women
be
in
for
cars, women in bike. I mean, they've always just gone together.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't know why you would stop that. It makes no sense. But I don't know. To each their
Because
own.
someone complained and they.
They're exploiting the chick that decided that was hired to take her
Oh,
shirt
dude! Like
off.
I have a Rolling Heavy magazine shirt, and it's
Yeah.
it's like this chick with her legs spread apart, and she's naked. It's like a view from like down there, and then across her crotch it says Rolling Heavy magazine, but like her tits are out, right?
Yeah.
and it's just like a one color like white print on a shirt. And so many times people are like, I can't believe you're wearing that. I'm like, yo, this lady made money. She wanted to do this. Like, what? How can you guys? If this chick was an OnlyFans model, you would be all about it.
Exactly.
But because I'm wearing a t-shirt, like, but if this was an anime lady that was like overly exaggerated, right? Like nobody would. It's like that, dude. That anime stuff is weird to me, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like when people have like this like weird fetish for like cartoon ladies. I don't get that at all.
Some chicks fucking like a what are those things called from Lord of the Rings? Like those fucking things that come out of the grounds and shit. Like no, like demonic looking things, like ogre looking.
Oh, orcs.
Orcs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You'll see like an anime chick fucking an orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I don't know. I've never watched that.
I don't know how anybody out there.
Apparently, we just found out what Gabriel's into.
Hey, hold on. I didn't say well, maybe I did watch it once, just for research purposes. Just to see what the allure was.
Gabriel, what are you doing in the bathroom? I can hear Gabriel's wife. What are you doing in the bathroom? I'm researching Lord of the Rings stuff. Don't worry about it. I'm watching cartoons.
Don't worry about that shit, man. Nah, dude, because it's weird, bro. Like, it's weird, the people's sexual fantasies, man.
Yeah, dude. And I was...
But they may think I'm fucking weird, the shit I'm into.
I had to make this point to a friend the other night that, like, yo, just be... like, it's okay for you to think something is weird. Because normal is a subjective thing to each individual person. We all have a different version of what normal is, right? Like, so like, the way my house looks, like all this old shit, right?
Yeah,
that's normal to me.
Yeah,
but a lot of people, like when I go into somebody's house and it's like everything's like neutral tone painted, and it has like live, laugh, love on the wall and like weird shit from Hobby Lobby, I go, that's fucking weird. You know what I mean? And people have come to my house and looked around and been like, some people see the owl and they're like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, this is weird. It's weird, dude.
It is weird that there's just an owl above your head.
Yeah, that was my grandpa had that. I have to have a letter to own
grandpa had that?
Yeah.
Is he still with us?
No, my grandpa passed away years ago.
Is he inside the owl?
No, I don't think so. He might be.
His ashes are
old Marv. But my grandma passed away, what did it be, like a year ago?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Just over a year ago. And when she passed, like my dad, my aunt, and my uncle basically got the estate. And then that was like the one thing that like they had always, my grandma and my grandpa, like, I always wanted the owl, you know what I mean? But I have a letter in the other room from a federal agent in the 70s that killed the owl and gifted it to my grandpa.
A federal agent killed the owl and gave it to your grandpa?
Yeah. Well, that's what the legally binding letter says.
Why did he give him an owl?
Real story. Grandpa had a dog kennel. The owl was killing his pigeons, I believe. I think, if I remember correctly, and my grandpa shot the owl. And a guy that served under him in the armed forces, my grandpa was a sergeant major in the Army, was like the head of like the Missouri Bureau of Investigations or something like that. And he gave my grandpa a letter. It would have been legal no matter what for him to kill it. But he wanted to stuff it because you know what I mean? It was like a whole thing.
Right.
But like, yeah, so I have that letter saying that the owl was gifted. I have to have it because that's an endangered species or whatever.
And they could take it away from you?
They can try.
Another reason to end the Fed.
Yeah.
Another reason.
I don't think anyone cares at this point. Like, I have the letter. So
you
legally,
never know, man.
Legally, they can't.
Yeah.
No one can prove it. I mean, I'm sure there's like a statute of limitations on it as well.
I love how you have to have a letter from the federal government that you can have a stuffed owl.
Hey,
It's nice.
My grandpa taught me how to live. It's all about who you know, baby.
I also love that we just went from like trans animated porn to owls. Stuffed owls, man. This is great. It's Black Magic TV, dude.
Lord of the Rings, dude. I got owls everywhere. I got a little owl right here.
Fucking love it, man.
Wizards and owls go together, dude. That's how it goes.
That's funny.
Yeah. What? Just to finish off, what is it that like? What do you like? What's the feeling with like what makes you want to ride motorcycles?
You want me to give you a cornball answer?
No, I'd like your real answer.
Just nothing better than the road, the open road, and two wheels.
Okay, but what's the
Hell
real
yeah,
thing?
brother.
Is that it? Is that the real answer? That could be your real answer.
I was just trying to give you a fucking basic ass answer. No, it is some of that. Yes. Like, I don't know what it is, but like when you don't have shit around you and you're just fucking riding, there's something different on how you look at the scenery, you know? I mean, I think everybody who rides has felt that. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's just nice to, you know, have something that you can go out there and just like you can go ride to get a beer somewhere at a bar like 2 hours away, hang out with your buddies. You know, you got a little, you know, you got a fucking hobby, you know, in your garage. You can work on it, add shit, you know, kind of deck it out the way you want. But I think that's just the thing, dude. It's like, I don't know, open road, man. You know, open road on a bike. There's no better feeling, like, especially like when you have like a little trip planned or something with the buddies and, you know, you kind of just head out. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels almost like, you know, that saying like steel horse, you know, it's like, I get weird with it, dude. I feel like I'm like back in the day riding on a fucking horse, man, like down to fucking to wherever, you know, like through Amarillo. We went through this desert and shit, and we were just fucking riding. There's like nothing around. It was like so weird how Texas is. Like we were in the city, and then all of a sudden we were in the desert, which I didn't even know they had. Maybe it wasn't technically considered a desert, but it looked like one. You know, it was just fucking one of those things that fly across the road. Those little balls of
fucking
like you would see in like a Western movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right before they have the showdown.
What the fuck is that called?
I don't know.
It's beyond me right now.
Whatever it is, but it's just
Tumbleweed.
Fun. Tumbleweed. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's fun, man. You know, like you can't beat that feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
mine is different than that. It's the only
tell
thing
me,
I ever.
man, maybe you'll open up my eyes to more.
It was the only thing that ever gave me the same feeling that I got when I was committing crimes.
Oh shit! And that is what, like that dopamine rush, or that
like just
adrenaline?
Butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah.
Like freedom and unknown. Not anything is good. Anything could happen.
You could die at any second.
Yeah, you could die at any second.
Yeah, I don't like the dying part.
But that's the freedom of it. But then,
true. With freedom comes risk. Yeah.
But then you realize that that's every day of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You could die at any second.
Yeah.
But it's an accelerated version of it. But there's nothing like in the middle of nowhere and you're going 90 miles an hour and you just let go of the handlebars.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah, you never done that?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, that's freedom.
Yeah, that's true.
as free as you can be.
You're just out here fucking
There's nothing.
flying.
There's no safety net. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, again, like I said, that's it. It gave me, it's the same feeling I got like doing buck wild things.
Yeah. I guess I could see it.
So it could be dangerous.
Maybe I do
it was
have
dangerous
some
for
weird,
me, kind of. You know what I mean?
maybe
Like,
I have some weird thing towards living on the edge. I don't know. I guess I just never recognize it. But I do a lot of weird shit that's pretty dangerous. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, but that was... But then I get a similar satisfaction out of cars, too.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent. Like, there's nothing better than driving... It's a different thing of, like, driving an old car that's fully mechanical and there's no, like, fancy shit to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Shifting
very
gears
much
and shit. Yeah.
Like those old vans are a lot like a chopper because it's just wheels, tires, and a drivetrain.
That's another thing I like too. I like shifting gears for some weird reason. Like I don't
Yeah.
really drive anything manual in a car, but shifting gears on a bike's just nice. It's fun. Keeps the ride interesting.
It keeps you present.
Right. Paying attention.
Yeah. That's the one thing you do have to pay attention. Like it will really tune you in.
But at the same time though, I say that, and I'm also the guy on my Mid-Map Moto channel. The only way to catch those shots that I do is I'm like riding with one hand and I've got a GoPro in the other one and I'm like, trying to catch the shot. So I guess I can be a little distracted as well, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you learn.
How is he going to get it? How is he
Right.
going to get that shot?
There's plenty of people that do that. There's like this guy, Josh Kerpius. He's a photographer, but he's like really good, and he takes photos from his bike, and it's.
I try to do it when there's
good.
not like too many cars around.
Yeah.
You know? And plus, like,
The only other option is like having someone follow you in a car, or like really what you need is a van.
Right.
You need somebody to follow you in a van that
Right.
can like open the side door and have a harness on and like hang out and like film.
Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah. Who are you going to find to do that?
A very
But-
dedicated friend.
But like, yeah, you ain't lying. But like, it's on a wristband. So like,
Yeah.
literally, if something comes up, I just drop it and it just hangs from my wrist.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's not too big of a deal. Like that shot I have going over the Paseo, or what's it called now? Heartland Bridge or some shit.
Heart of America Bridge.
Yeah, Heart of America Bridge. Like that was shot just me holding a GoPro.
And you could also like probably make some sort of a mount for your bike too. You could have a couple different mounts.
I tried the mount. The mount looks weird. It
Well,
looks,
you'd have to get several different ones, and you'd have to like make it.
Uh-huh.
You'd have to figure out the angle and like stick it on there and be able to move it. And
but that's the
stuff.
problem. I like the like,
freedom,
the
yeah.
movement.
Yeah,
You know, like in like the John Wick movies when the camera's like moving with the scene.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that stationary look. And I have a mount for my bike, but it just looks weird when it's stationary. Like you can catch better angles if you're able to like maneuver it.
Yeah.
You know? Like kind of how those production team, they have like the whole suit on for their camera and they can
Yeah, steady
run,
cam.
run
Yeah.
around with that shit. So I don't know. I'll stick with that for right now until I
yeah.
find
It
something
looks
better.
cool. Hopefully, you do more of that this summer.
Yeah, dude, that's my problem, man, is that the time, you know, the podcast, not to mention family, all the other hobbies I have, it's really taken like kind of a back seat, you know. I'll probably do like 2 or 3 videos, maybe a year, and then, you know, I'll try to do more. But also, too, like, you know, a lot of my buddies that we were in the club, it was like we hung out more because a lot of shit was more mandatory. And like when you're not in it, you just kind of come up with like excuses and shit, like not
Yeah.
to hang out. Like,
Right.
oh, I got this, I can't make it, blah, 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 last minute, you know?
Yeah.
So I got to figure out that shit as well, you know, to kind of get more content, but it's coming along. Like if you look at Unaffiliated, I like their channel a lot. It's like a bunch of young kids out in California. They all build bikes together and, but you know, they're young, man. They're like 21 to 25.
It's very hard when you have family. and
Yeah,
stuff.
when you're the older you get, the harder it gets. But like even if you look at their YouTube channel, like when they first started out, it was like video, maybe 3 videos a year, and then finally it caught, you know, and now they're like 400 and something episodes deep.
Yeah.
So it just sometimes it takes time, you know, kind of like my podcast. I posted one video, the first video, and then just completely ghosted, and then came back like a year later, and then it caught. But it's kind of how things go sometimes.
Yeah. And how, well, obviously we sort of talked about that, about how you got into doing the podcast.
Yeah.
It was just something you felt like you wanted to do. You enjoy talking to people.
Yeah, I'm a yapper. I like to talk to people. I like have a lot of questions. I feel like I bring a different. I feel like I'm the type of individual that would ask questions, at least probably not every time, but that like normal people would ask if they heard whatever they were listening to. Like
Right.
that's because like there's too many times, bro, when I watch some type of interview or whatever it may be, and I'm like, well, why the fuck didn't they ask him this, and this? Like a real person would have asked them that, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever they said, that it didn't make any sense. And so that's kind of when I was like, well, you know, I have this podcast, Purple Pill, at the time. We're really only doing conspiracy stuff and just kind of hanging out, smoking weed and, you know, fucking talking shit to each other. I was like, let me go start my own shit and do my own thing and like really like get people on a mic, talk to them for a couple of hours, really get to know them and ask like normal people questions. You know what I mean? Like not make it so structured, and nothing against people who do that shit. That's your own lane. But like, we're just kicking it. We're talking, we're fucking vibing, you know?
Yeah.
It's nothing nothing serious, but something cool may come out of it. Who
Right.
knows? So that's kind of how I looked at it.
Yeah, then you gotta go in there for like 17 hours, and you gotta pee halfway. You realize you've been there so long, you gotta pee.
I do need to watch that shit. I do need to watch. I don't. I say I should. We were talking about this earlier, but man, dude, like when you're immersed in it, you know how it is, dog. When you're sitting there and you're fucking talking and you're vibing and fucking 3 hours fucking flies by like that.
Dude, that's why you gotta stay on it, and you gotta know. You know
I
what I
know.
mean? You gotta. You're like, I have almost like a intuition now for
Stop
that.
trying
like,
to change me,
hour
Tyler.
marker. You know what I mean? That like gets me there.
We're probably at an hour right now already.
Oh yeah, no, we're just right at about an hour.
Yeah. See?
Yeah,
Look how
already
fast
here.
that went by, dude.
Yeah.
We haven't even got into it. We haven't even scratched the surface yet.
I know, but then that's why you leave it open so that like
For next time?
Yeah, you keep coming back.
Well, make sure you turn the heater on next time I come back, dude.
Oh, okay. Listen to this guy. He's paying the gas bill. Apparently,
Cold,
folks.
bro.
It's
I'm
not that
fucking with
cold.
you.
Is it that cold down
It is
here?
cold.
Yeah, it is
Dude,
a
I'm
little chilly.
a pussy, bro.
I
I'm not
opened
like
the
you,
heater
bro.
valve up. I don't know why I don't have that open. I'm realizing now that it might be a better idea to leave that open. I don't know why they've had it all taped off.
Get a nice fireplace in here, bro. Like a nice little, a nice looking aesthetic fireplace. Make it cozy.
Hold on. No, sorry, I can't shit out any extra money this today. I haven't learned. If I knew how to shit money, I'd have a lot of. I'd own my own house, and we wouldn't have these problems at all.
Come on, man. Throw some serious questions. What do you want to know, man? What do you want to know about me?
Okay, well, based off of my theory, what percentage gay do you think you are?
Gay?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Have I
dude.
explained to you my theory that it's impossible to be like when somebody goes, I'm 100% straight.
Yeah.
Like that's a little gay.
Okay, well.
Already. So like, do you like Taylor Swift? This metric is only for men.
Okay,
Right? Like,
all right, hold on. Let me see how gay I am. And I'm sure people who know me will be able to answer this fairly easily.
like you roll around and wrestle men for fun.
I enjoy.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I enjoy.
Is it not gay?
Very gay.
It's very gay.
It was literally invented for gay people to learn how to defend themselves. Okay. One thing that increases my gay meter. Second one, Starbucks. Okay?
Kind of gay.
Third one, tight pants.
No,
Now,
tight pants isn't gay.
It's kind of gay.
Nah.
I only do it because my waist to thigh ratio doesn't match up. So like if I get any bigger pants, I'm just going to have to like have two belts around my waist. Dude.
Yeah.
I can't. I got thick legs. So I'm stuck with what I got. That's the third thing. My music playlist kind of gay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
From really just homoerotic 80s gay music. That's
Oh, new wave rules, but
yeah, I
it
don't,
can
dude. I
be a
have
little
one,
gay.
Small Town Broski or whatever.
Small Town Boy.
Small Town Boy. Is that what it's called? I
Yeah.
love that song, bro. I think that was about gays, wasn't it? I don't know.
No, I think that's about a man and a woman,
Are you sure?
a West End girl and a small town boy.
No, dude. Man, hold on, bro.
What song are you talking about?
I don't know. I suck at fucking music, remembering names and stuff like that. Oh, dude, I was listening to Wicked Game coming over here by the Stone Sour version.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what Wicked Game is? We can't play it, though.
No. Stone Sour. Is that the Slipknot guys band?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Who originally sings Wicked Game? That's
I
a
don't know.
fucking badass song, dude. I'll play it for you afterwards. Oh, Chris Isaac.
Oh, Chris
Tenacious
Isaac,
D
yeah.
also did a version of it, which I'm
Yeah.
a fan of as well. But I would say music. That's another one. So I don't know, dude. I'm probably like 50% gay, I think.
Well, 50% gay means you kiss boys.
Oh, okay. No, I draw the line. Well, I mean, what are we talking about here?
You're probably in like the 30s.
on the mouth or like on the forehead? Like, I love you, bro. You know?
No, I love you, bro, isn't like on the mouth.
Bronski beat, Small Town Boy. Yeah. That was about a man and a woman. I thought it was about two gay dudes.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think it's West End girl in a small town. I think the lyrics literally are West End girl in a small town boy.
I may have the gay version. I don't know.
You created your own ultra gay remix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ultra gay
you're
reality.
like probably 40% gay.
Yeah, because I draw the line at like making out with dudes. I can't do it. You know.
Yeah.
I've tried to put myself in the shoes of a gay man and like what makes them appeal to other men. I don't get it. You know. Yeah, you just got to have that in you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that's the whole point. It's like they got that dog in them.
So
you know
like,
what
it's
I mean?
not like I'm some straight edge dude. I'm not just like pulling missionary and that's it. Like I get down, dude. But I just can't go that far.
Some weird shit. You're into some weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm in some weird
We
shit.
don't do any of that weird stuff here at Black Magic TV.
You don't? You're just like basic missionary, doggy.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
it.
That's it. Not even doggy, dude.
There's a whole
Just-
world out there, Tyler.
Just missionary, dude.
There's a whole world
It's like
out there,
God
man.
intended, bro. Just like
Oh shit.
no other position, dude. Just like those Christian missionaries. That's where that came from, probably.
Dude, riding Harleys is kind of gay too, if you think about it.
No. Riding Harleys isn't gay. Wearing a full-blown leather daddy outfit, kind of gay.
What about in the cold?
Still gay.
Really?
I never had a leather jacket in my life, dude, and I rode plenty of motorcycles. They make flannel line pants. They have
Yeah,
They
but
have
there's
things
nothing
you
better
can
than
wear.
leather, bro. Assless chaps.
all chaps are assless.
Are they?
If they had ass cheeks,
yeah,
they would
you're
be
right.
pants. They would be groinless pants.
Well, they come in handy, bro. Okay, not only for breaking wind.
Chaps are the only not gay part because that's like cowboy shit. But also
Well,
cowboy
it's
is kind
too,
of
though.
gay.
Yeah, it's kind of gay too, bro.
We learned that with Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
What were they doing out there on those ranges back in the day?
Forgetting their fishing poles, man. Forgetting their fishing poles.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then like when you buy a bike, it's not necessarily for females. I've never had one female come up to me and go, "God, you look so hot with that bike." It's usually like some 50-year-old dude that talks to me about like, "Yeah, I used to ride, brother, but I had to put her away. You know, I was doing too much crazy shit on it." You know, to give me like a whole
there's always-
backstory.
Dudes do the same thing with cars, but
I'm like pumping gas.
for sure,
like,
when you have
okay.
a chopper, chicks are like, "Yo," it's like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride?"
Yeah.
I never even had foot pegs on a hardtail.
Or they just riding fender.
Yep, and they have to wrap their legs around you.
Yeah, but how many chicks like that are out there? Not very
Lots.
many.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Oh yeah.
In Missouri or Kansas?
In rock and roll world, yeah.
I guess I'm in the wrong scene, dude. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but you're married and have a family, and I'm just
Yeah,
41 and
that's
single.
true.
So
I think I have married.
that's
written on
what
my
that's what the
forehead.
hard that's what the chopper got me. 41 and single, dude.
41 and fucking. Hey, it's not a bad thing, dude. What's
No.
wrong with being fucking 41
No, I went out
and
with the chick
single,
last
bro?
night. We had a good time.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it's all how you look at it, man. It's the glass half full or half empty.
I have a pitcher, not a glass.
Oh, okay.
That's how I look at it.
Okay.
The glass is tiny.
Yeah, that is true.
I got a 50-gallon drum, baby.
How is the single life nowadays?
It's horrible.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
No. You don't have a lady friend you're talking to right now? You don't want to talk about it?
I was.
It's okay. We can keep it.
I had a girlfriend, but she was like much younger than me, and I mean, realistically, I knew that wasn't going to last long, and it didn't. That's an impossible thing. It's very hard, dude, when you don't. I think the hardest thing for me is that like, I'm too much of a contrarian, and I like to fuck with people, and also like, I don't. At a base level, like. I just don't give a shit about a lot of stuff. Like, I don't care about all these things that people care about. It doesn't, like, I don't care to engage with that.
Which explains why you're banned from every liberal coffee shop here in
Yeah, I'm
Kansas
banned
City.
from a lot of places
Yeah.
because of my contrarianism and the fact that, like, I don't like to get dictated or preached to by people about their politics because I don't care. Like I don't engage in that stuff really, and it's very hard because like anymore it's like people expect you to take some pure stance on things, and if you're not a part of the right or the left, then it's like very hard because like most of the women that we're realizing that like I'm a social commie like 10, you know what I mean, and then I'm like a Republican too. But then like I'm like, okay, well, am I like a 7 for like all the centralized people? But like most of the women that like try to approach me, it's like, dude, I started dating this. I went out a few times with this lady, and she's very cool, and we're cool, we're friends. But she's like married, and like they both are dating other people, and then it's like, okay, I don't think I'm into that.
Oh,
and
they're
then
monogamous?
they're polyamorous or whatever.
Yeah,
but then it's like she's got a 9-year-old, and he was gay, and then he came out as trans, and I'm just like,
shit.
my whole head, it's just like exploded my brain to be like, this is a whole lot. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, literally last night, a friend of mine called me. She's like, I have this friend I want to hook you up with. I'm like, okay, what's her name? I look her up on Facebook. It's like, this lady is like, not bad looking, but she's like, has a live, laugh, love thing in her living room. That kind of white lady, right? She has 3 kids, dude. And one of them is like, has special needs. And they're like super young. And I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, dude, in what world do you think I can't handle all that. Like,
yeah, you drew
I'm at the
line.
finish line, dude.
Yeah.
My kid's in high school. She's 15.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at the finish line, bro. I'm not trying to.
As soon as you seen the special needs kids, you drew the line there, didn't you?
No, it was the 4-year-old.
I'm just fucking.
The special needs I could deal with. It's the 4-year-old, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you have 3 kids. They're all under the age of 10.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's a hard one, dude.
That's a hard one for me.
It's hard to date a chick with kids, man. You got to be a special type of person, man.
Well, and I think that's the same sense for a chick to date. Like, you either find another person that has 1 kid, that's all, like, find someone my own age that has a kid, or you know what I mean, that's similar age to my kid. Then that's something that I think could work. But to have these like age gaps and like, especially the kids, it's so crazy, dude. Because again, like, yo, man, I'm at the finish line, bro. I'm not like, my sister had a
you're not trying to
toddler.
restart.
My sister has a toddler, bro. She's 42 years old.
Yeah.
She's about to be 43, and she has like a 3-year-old. And I have a bunch of friends that all had kids later in life, but it's like, man, I'm just not like, that's not my drive.
Yeah. You need to find a chick with like her kids are already out of the house.
I need to find like an 80-year-old rich lady.
Whoa.
Just go full blown.
You doing that?
Gold digger, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't?
Yeah, probably.
A nice silver fox, dude?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. How much money are we talking here?
I don't know. That's the question, right? And then it's like,
Are we talking like not having to work anymore?
But also, do you sell yourself out for money? Like, do I want to be a sellout? Because, you know, there's that old thing that like we all fucking with each other, talking shit.
I mean, what are you really selling out?
Yourself?
I mean, you got a fucking old lady.
Yeah.
And hang out with her and hear all her stories.
But what if she lives to be 102?
1920s?
That's 20 years. That puts me at 60.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't seem as creepy when it's the opposite way, though.
I mean, Anna Nicole Smith did it, right? But then look how that ended, dude. It might just be the dad. It might be like winning the lottery. They say winning the lottery might be one of the worst things that could happen to you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could.
You know that like most people that win the lottery, like it ends badly.
Yeah, I've seen that. Most of them go broke.
Or they get killed.
Really?
Or they die. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Dude, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell anybody at all. I don't think in Missouri you have to come out and say anything.
I don't know. If I wanted, I would just take all the money and find someone to like invest it wisely and just figure out how I could live a moderate life without ever having to work again.
That should be your first thing. Lawyer, financial planner.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 things that you should get when you win the lottery.
Yeah, I already have an accountant, so I'm good there.
Yeah.
Shout out Damon.
I have this money. What can I do and what can I not do?
Yeah.
And then fucking they'll make a whole plan for you. But I don't know, dude. I don't know dude, if I had that much money, oh my God. You win like $500 million. Are you taking the cash out or are you taking payments?
With the way
out.
things are going, I think
Yeah.
you'd have to take the cash out because I feel like making payments, they're vying on you not living long. That's why they
Yeah.
want you to take the payments,
Yeah.
right? Because what happens to that money? Like, take the cash out, take the hit. You still got $250 million.
Yeah, you still got quite a bit.
Like, if $250 million isn't sufficient for you as like a normal person, like a regular middle class or below person, right? Like, you could buy a nice home in a nice area. You could set your kids. You could, with $250 million, you should be able to take care of most of your immediate family, find yourself a good home, and your kids would be my daughter would. I could also set her up for her whole life.
I'd start a cult.
Yeah, I mean, I've already been trying to work on that, dude.
I'd buy
Just
a compound.
without the sex stuff.
How's it a cult?
That's just how I've been promoting it. So just as a trickery.
Oh, you're lying to everybody?
They all, of course, it's a cult. They all go to the sex stuff. Dude.
Oh man, yeah. At some point, somebody's getting fucked.
I found this this album came up on my Spotify release yesterday, and the name of the band was Neverland Ranch Davidians, and I thought that was like one of the best band names I ever heard.
God. Neverland Ranch Davidians?
Yeah, because the Branch Davidians were the Waco was the Waco.
Yeah, they were
cult.
fucking kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's David Koresh. But then, but Neverland
on
Ranch,
top of
yeah,
that?
then
Oh,
it's Michael
fuck it.
Jackson's house. Yeah.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
It's a bold move.
All right. Well, where can everybody find your stuff at online?
To Bring About Podcast, or you can just look me up on Instagram. Really, I just use Instagram mainly. I have Facebooks and stuff,
But both the channels are on YouTube.
both
To
on
Bring
YouTube,
About.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple, on a bunch of other places that Buzzsprout sends it to. But pretty much, yeah, YouTube.
All the
Spotify.
major places. Because yours is video, and then YouTube's video. Everywhere else is audio. Correct?
Everywhere else is audio. I haven't figured out the Spotify video thing.
Yeah, I don't know. You know me. I haven't messed with any of that stuff.
You're just YouTube, right?
Yeah. But and then Midmap Moto is your other YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's on YouTube and Instagram as well. Hit and miss, but it's a good time, man. I think the videos are kind of fun.
Yeah.
So, especially here in the Midwest, I don't know anybody that's really doing like moto vlogs, like kind of like the shade tree surgeon and like those type of guys.
Yeah, I don't know anyone in town that does it. I think you might be one of the few around the area.
Yeah.
Well, everybody go check out Gabriel's podcast, all of his shit. Follow him, take a listen. Go ahead and leave a comment with how gay you think he is and percentage wise, and we'll get that figured out. Don't be doing your Nazi salutes.
My heart goes out to you guys.
Like a real Mexican, he came in as a right wing.
Hold on. Not right wing, dude. I'm a libertarian. I swear to God, I'm a libertarian.
He's a librarian.
I'm a librarian.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.